Okay, the strings have been removed. Now the glue needs to be removed. It's really not much. And the guitar and the wood cleaned up. All right, this guitar is pretty scratched up and dinged up. But it's a family heirloom. My friend's mother's guitar. And they wanted it to be not restored, but the bridge cracked off. And I've never really done a restoration or a repair like this, but it's fairly simple. I've just applied some Pledge Revive It restoring oil, which is really, I know there's a lot of guitar aficionados out there that say, oh no, you need to use tongue oil or sacred oil or whatever oil it is. And it's really done a good job. So, and it has a wet finish to it. This guitar was in its case in a garage in Florida, in tropical Florida. And 1967, Madrid, Spain. It was just sitting there, you know, in a pile of junk, and I think they were trying to get rid of it during like a garage sale. And I'm like, and when they said that, you know, they still had it, I was like, let me see this thing. And my friend said, you know, this was my mother's guitar. It has scratch marks on it. I guess she either played flamenco style and her fingernails were scratching there, or she played with a pick. My assumption is she may have played with a pick. And he said, whatever you do, don't refinish it, because I want to see her, you know, that's a memory of her right there. I said, absolutely, buddy, no problem. So right now we're just in the cleanup phase. The neck, I think, is probably an Indian rosewood, maybe an ebony. This is all inlaid. This is beautiful, this inlay. That's a hand inlay. That's really nice. You don't get that anymore. Headstock is in great shape. Tuning pegs are a little tight. A drop of machine oil could probably go a long way. If I turn it over, let's look at the body. Neck is in beautiful condition. The neck is in great shape. And the other thing, this, I hate to do a commercial for Pledge Revive It, but just a little bit of this on a cloth goes a long way. You don't even have to use that much. There are buckle scratches on the back of this thing. Again, this is not a strip and restore. This is put it back together, clean it up, and give it back to my friends, and they're going to keep it when they redo their apartment, I mean their house, and they're going to have like a music room or a music parlor. So this will be a wall hanger, and anybody that plays will be able to, you know, pick it off the wall and say, oh, really nice guitar. The challenge though is getting this piece right here. That looks like either wood or epoxy. And I'm going to have to get rid of that very carefully with some just sandpaper. And I have some 220 grit, very fine paper, but I have some heavier grit if I need it. So far so good. The sides, I'm not seeing any gap in the heel. I'm not seeing any problems here, just some wear and tear. Again, more buckle scratch. Really nice brace and inlay work. Nothing that a little cleaning can't cure. So let me get at it. Okay, it's almost perfect. It's probably the best I'm going to get it. But I'm probably going to set some glue, very light coating of wood glue, and tiny bit of pressure. I don't have clamps. I'm probably just going to set it in its case and then put maybe a book here and a book here, or just a book in the center, just to put a little weight on it, not too much. So we're happy. I switched to 120 grit, and then I'm going to take the 220 grit and get it a little bit finer. Okay, I'm going to try and keep this in the case. Look at this case. And I'm surprised the case survived. The case in it itself is a really, testament to the manufacturer. This thing's been sitting in a tropical Florida garage for who knows how many years. All right, so next. Okay, it's glued with a little Elmer's carpenter's glue. Now I got to put some books on it and give it a little pressure and let it cure for 24 hours. Okay. Let's see how this works. We'll do a final cleanup once I believe the bridge is set. And in 24 hours, we'll check it out.